Thermopylae. They say you can't walk this battlefield without getting blood on your toes.
If you close their final war cries.
You didn't bring me here to talk about dead Spartans.
The Battle of Thermopylae still...
There's nothing here but ghosts.
Hold out your spear.
My spear? What for?
I need to know something.
Herodotus!
I'm fine. I'm fine. The stories are true. That is the spear of Leonidas.
Where were Sparta's allies?
The Spartans weren't alone in facing Xerxes and his hordes. Many from across the Greek world were armed and ready to fight alongside.
That sounds like madness, not bravery.
It was foretold by the Pythia that Sparta would lose either its freedom.
What happened to Leonidas after the battle?
Xerxes was famous for honoring warriors who fought valiantly against the Persians. A bloody battle ensued, and his remains were
in Sparta. What happened to the traitor, Ephialtes?
King Xerxes paid him well, but treachery breeds treachery.
You knew this would happen.
I didn't know, but I did suspect. There is a place I'd convinced myself was a peculiar structure on the island of Andros.
You want to sail to Andros so you can...
In my travels, I heard whispers of an ancient's your spear, and that...
You mentioned the people that came before. Who were they?
They were not gods, but they lived far. I've seen carvings in caves, strange symbols that suggest it was this...
But Zeus blamed Prometheus.
Yes.
The spear awakened to you, Herodotus.
You understand. I will do everything in my power.
I'll meet you at my ship.
Welcome aboard the Adrestia, Herodotus. Will you be traveling with us?
Only for a short trip. I have business to attend to in Athens.
Herodotus is helping me find my mother.
Seeking help from the gods has put Herodotus on your path, just like they put you on mine. They work in ways beyond our comprehension, and all we can do is follow their lead.
You could be right. Herodotus and I share enemies too.
Like El Pinor.
He was part of a very powerful group called the Cult of Cosmos that controls the Greek world through the Oracle.
Control the Oracle? Impossible! Apollo would not allow that!
Now they're looking for my mother. I need to find her before they do.
And I believe they will hurt others who oppose their views along the way.
By Hermes! The Oracle lost to corruption, and now this cult? Do we know who leads them?
I don't know for sure, but I think it might be my brother.
Your brother? By Zeus, your life is complicated!
Tell me about it.
But don't you worry! This cult of Cosmos now has 3 new enemies! And one of them fights like Athena and shits thunder like Zeus! We'll bring the wrath of the gods down upon them!
Is he always this positive?
Always. That's why I like him.
Poseidon, carry us to Athens!
First, we need to go to Andros.
To Andros, then! We're going... We'll have to do some upgrades to my ship if we're sailing into war.
What do you mean?
Well, she's old, and perhaps not in the best condition.
You couldn't have said this before we set sail? Where in Poseidon's name are we going to get the supplies?
My father taught me that the sea takes, and we must do the same. Fortunately, there are plenty of pirate ships in these waters that we can board and take from.
What are we waiting for? Let's hunt some pirates!
Approaching the island of Andros, Cassandra.
Yes, here we can see the tomb of the greatest Myrmidon, Achilles.
I was more excited.
Here it is. Is that a door? I've never seen anything like it before. How do I get inside? I wonder if...
Who's there? Come out!
Hesitation only hastens.
The grave, I know, Mater.
Your form is improving. Your resolve is strong, but you're not taking action.
I was going to.
I know, but it's the moments in between that decide everything. Your turn.
Leonida's spear.
You're old enough now. My father's spear holds a certain burden, but you're ready.
I felt something.
Huh?
The spear. It has magic.
Carries with it a long line of power. A bloodline of incredible heroes. The same blood within you and me and our family.
All of us?
Think of Leonidas. He had great courage, and he made a great sacrifice. You share in his blood and the strength he possessed. we are able to feel certain things happening around us. That is our family's gift. But not everyone understands that. Some recognize the power we bear and want it only for themselves. They will try to take it from us.
I won't let them.
I know. You're a warrior. If we keep moving forward, always moving forward, we're untouchable. Storm's coming in.
Then maybe we should move forward now.
Mother, I haven't forgotten you. By the gods! Who built all this? How does a place like this exist? How could I even explain this to someone like Marcos? Something's glowing over there.
Forge activated. Synchronizing retransmission chronicity. Contact engaged.
Themos. The Forge.
I knew I let you stay in the Animus too long. Your vitals are crashing.
You don't understand. This confirms it. Cassandra didn't just have Isu technology. She had the means to improve it. Imagine how powerful the staff could be.
I admit, that could be an incredible find. But right now, I'm the doctor, and I take care of you. Now get some rest before you go back to Cassandra.
If you insist, but only because I've got work to do on the outside.
Please, just clear your head. The last thing we need is a cell leader suffering from the bleeding effect and spearing us because we're Hittites or Thracians.
I won't. But Thracians throw great parties.
Don't forget, we're a team. We'll back you up until you're finished your investigation.
I know. Kyoshi secured the loft yesterday and he's keeping an eye out. Elena's on call doing historical research.
And I'm here to talk if you're feeling any confusion from the Animus.
Always the therapist. So, Doctor, how do you feel now that we're closer than ever to—
I believe this staff is important. But the Templars and Assassins have found Staves of Eden before—
This is different. If what I saw in Egypt is true, this staff doesn't control minds. It controls physics.
The spear you found is right here, and it's—
The spear's attached to a bloodline. Leonidas, Cassandra, and Alexios.
Are you sure you can use the Staff of Hermes, then?
No. But if the Templars get it, they won't stop. So, what do you think?
You mean our new Animus?
Which I've modified to within a millimeter of its digital life. It's an Animus console prototype, Brahmin variant with the I/O capacities pushed to their max. Ultra portable with more calculating power than NASA and CERN combined. I'll go stretch my legs. Too bad we don't have access to the absurd—
Membership costs too much.
Eagles are fine and all, but a pet mo— The center of the universe, circa 400 BCE.
Hier soir, un cambriolage a eu...
I should check my email.
Fascinating. Layla.
I can. You sure does.
Is there anything I can help you with?
So does what I'm seeing as Cassandra match your research?
That book is a lost work by Herodotus. He basically invented the concept of...
Most people would talk about justice.
I've loved history since my grandpa told me...
You make your own luck, remember?
Why do people keep telling me that?
So I've met Herodotus, but
He's brilliant. His histories are considered the sorry, but...
You can fangirl all you want.
Yay!
I'll leave you to your work.
If you need anything.
I wonder if the Fry twins would still recognize London. A rooftop's still a rooftop. How's it going out there?
Well, no threats in view.
I'm glad we could work together again.
I believe our working methods...
Are you still upset about our last run-in with Abstergo? I'm sorry, I didn't realize those hills in Quebec were so—
We're all alive and our injuries have...
Of course, I'll return to the Animus, then follow the trail Herodotus left. You used to run part of the Japanese Brotherhood. What would you do?
Take things one step at a time, observe then act, or kill everyone.
Thanks for watching our backs, Kiyoshi.
I'll report in if Abstergo...
Looks third echelon. Too bad we had to leave before we could drink some more caribou. What?
Are you sure you want to go back into the Animus right now?
Yes. I'm ready to go back to Cassandra.
All right.
My spear is stronger now. The cult won't stand a chance. Well, Herodotus will be happy. It's clear someone was here far before we were. Did Leonidas know this place existed?
Time to talk! You're not hard to track.
Did you come alone? Are you all right? Alexios, you're alive!
Don't touch me.
Come on, little brother. You have to tell me everything. What's happened to you?
I don't have to tell you anything. I don't know you.
Well, I know you. It doesn't matter. There's more important things to argue about.
You're right. Like that stunt you pulled with the artifact. It got my attention, if that's what you wanted.
What? The artifact showed the truth. We're family. And we made it out of Sparta alive.
Yes, it did show the truth.
If that's what you think, Alexios, you must have hit your head on the way down.
I've heard this story, and not from a liar like you.
Right. Deimos. Now him, I don't know.
He's a demigod, worshipped and feared.
Sounds like a fantasy to me. Did the cult cook that story up too?
I'd watch your fucking mouth, or I'll shut it for you.
You didn't when you had the chance before, and I bet you won't now.
I'm not interested in reunion. I just want to know what you think you're doing.
Same thing as your cult. Looking for Myrrine, our mother.
They don't need her.
Your cultists think differently. She's their next target.
If they ever pursued her, it would be to kill her. But if you don't know where she is, that means she abandoned you too. How sad.
Even if we were abandoned, we survived. We can go back to the way things were if we can find her.
The cult has no interest in sentimentality.
If it's true they're after us, tell them they'll never find Nikolaos.
If I could find you, the other long-lost child of Nikolaos, then I can find him. And when I do,
I don't care what you think. I'll find Myrrine. Do the right thing. Come with me.
What?
We could find her. Together. You could help me.
Oh, you think friendship is the answer?
It's responsibility, not weakness. I won't abandon the whole family just for spite.
Responsibility? Get off your high horse!
Taking your own mother isn't enough for them?
We're not abductors. We're political.
Like me.
Like you. I heard you're planning a trip to Athens. When you go, tell Pericles and his...
The cult let Myrrine live. They let Nikolaos...
Because you live. You brought this on her and yourself. The cult is powerful, but they'll see how wrong...
I'm going after the cult, you know.
You've seen our numbers.
Try me.
So having guts runs in the family, does it?
We still found each other, brother.
I told you not to touch me.
Demos! Malaka. Herodotus won't believe this. I have to tell him what happened.
Well, was the legend true?
Slow down, Herodotus. You were right, there was some kind of artifact there.
So, the ancient civilization is real?
That's not everything. Demos followed me here. The cult's already moving.
Why would he tell you?
It doesn't matter. We have to get to Athens.
Then, we go to the Pnyx.
Welcome back, Commander! It's a beautiful vessel. Should we stay this close?
Fight them for all your worth!
The seas are treacherous around here. We should be careful. What?
Charybdis and Scylla await at the bottom of the sea, I suppose.
No! Pirates! A lot of them!
Ha! Only pirates?
Get you!
When you're ready, meet me at the Pnyx in Athens.
The Spartans may draw near to our walls, but we must come together now for the glory of Athens!
Glory for you!
Friends, please! Just because the Spartans are near our walls does not mean we can act like them! A good crop! Shame the Spartans burned the fields where it grew! The Parthenon is glorious, Pericles, but at what cost? How many triremes could we have built instead?
We must not become divided!
We are divided! And the Spartans are winning! Act, Pericles, or I will!
Oh, good. You came. Things are worse than I feared. Cleon has turned the mob. We have to hurry.
Where?
To Pericles. Stay back! She is no threat to Pericles, I assure you.
Ah, Herodotus. It's fine. Let them through.
It's good to see you again, Pericles.
And you as well. I only wish it were under better circumstances. And who's this?
Cassandra.
Welcome, Cassandra. And what did you think of your first taste of Athens?
I think you and Cleon both made good points.
Good points aren't at all what the crowd seem to care about.
Pericles, we've come to...
We must choose our moment.
Fine. We've come to you on...
As does everybody.
I may have told Cassandra
You'd ask me to exclude every Athenian and invite an outsider instead.
If she's working for you, maybe the prying eye...
I'm no one's servant.
Cassandra, this is...
And what exactly is it that you want?
We're all after something.
You're better at reading other...
Just tell me what to do.
First, check on my colleague, Mediochos.
Done.
My friend, Phidias.
Anything else?
Yes. There's an ostracism vote taken.
Mediochos.
A politician and ally.
Phidias? The famous Scot.
He stands accused of multiple offenses.
Ostracism?
Exile is a term you may be more familiar with.
It's between the sophist, Anaxagoras, and another man.
I'll do it.
I'll expect you to use discretion.
That went well. It isn't exactly an invitation.
So long as it comes. Sorry about that.
How did you get past the guard? No one gets past the guard.
Relax. Pericles sent me.
Praise Athena.
They? Who?
The shadows in the night. Why you fear falling asleep.
The cult of Cosmos. You know about them.
Of course I know about the cult. Here, look at this.
These are instructions.
On how to kill me, but they've been torn.
Then Pericles isn't just getting you out of Athens to save you.
I don't know who to trust. I'm just an artist.
First, you need to pull yourself together. You're on trial. The people... I said pull yourself together!
Yes, of course.
Cleon said you're wasting the people's drachmi.
Cleon mentioned me? That's going to hurt Pericles. First impiety, now theft.
You and Pericles seem close.
For Pericles and me, it started with our love of...
All right, we need to go. Do you have any idea where I can take you?
South of Athens, there's an island called Seriphos.
Any clues he has of the cultists' identities?
Yes, anything. A guard.
I'll distract them while you sneak out. Meet me tonight to set sail for Seriphos.
I understand.
You didn't really think I'd let you come and go as you please, did you? Now, where are you?
Επιθυμείτε ο άνδρες και οι γυναίκες δύναμη.
Good. You made it.
I told you I'd get you out of...
So you did.
Can your friend be trusted?
Theras and I have been friends.
Wasting time will only get us into trouble. Let's head to Serifos while we still can. Go to port. A man named Varnavas is hiring sailors for my crew. In position for...
Nice to see you, Commander.
I never thought Athens would good.
Not safe.
I've left places I've come from.
Sails down! Ship the oar!
Hopefully, the cult won't bother me now I'm out of Athens.
Well, this was a challenge. And gearing up flowers. That volcano?
It's pretty hard to miss.
Some say there is an entrance to the underworld at the bottom.
And what? You enter by guiding me?
That's the spirit. A brave Arcadian I once knew had the same idea.
And what happened to you?
The heat of the flames turned him to ashes before he made it halfway down.
I guess some mysteries are best left unexplored.
This is a nice ship.
You don't have to do that.
Do what?
Fill the silence.
Oh, I wasn't trying to do that at all. I simply don't find myself traveling the seas very often.
It can be free.
Yes, freeing seems to be an accurate word. Although we can't feel a bit sick.
Otherwise you're killing it.
Is your stomach turning as much as mine is?
You'll get used to it. We'll reach Serifos before long.
Onward! Maximum speed! Faster! Woo! Feel that wind!
You're quiet tonight,
Sorry. Years ago, on a bright night like this one, my old friend Karos and I were sailing to Samos when we heard our names being sung out in the...
It's good to see you alive and well, Phidias.
And you, Theras. As you can see, I didn't get here alone.
Ah, yes. The kind and thoughtful hero you mentioned in your letter.
I'm glad I could get him out alive.
And for that heroism, I found some information on a man named Brisson who's plotting Phidias' early demise. Hopefully you can make something of this clue.
I can.
Please give Pericles my thanks and my farewell.
Hurry! Kill the snakes before it's too late!
Blessed be the god that sent you here.
I don't think they'd eat you.
But they would have certainly killed me. So thank you.
I'm always happy to help someone in need.
The world could do with more like you.
Pericles sent me. He was worried about you.
How can you joke about this? Thugs broke into my home, dragged me here.
The snakes?
The thugs!
Why would anyone do this?
Politicians are easy targets in these troubled times.
Did you recognize the people who did this?
Pericles asked me to go down to the fishing district.
Oh, yes?
They threw rotten food and yelled insults at me.
Where should I look?
I couldn't see their faces, but I recognized their voices.
I'll track them down.
Tensions are high right now.
Part of Athens I doubt Pericles is proud to talk about. There has to be a clue around here somewhere. Snakes. Like the ones that were meant to kill Metiochos. Snake bites. And someone hid the body. Though I have a feeling this death was an accident. It looks like the thugs who attacked Metiochos weren't the masterminds behind this plot. This must be the house of Metiochos' attackers. But the letter proves they're just tools in someone else's plan. Whose?
What the fuck are you doing sniffing around my house?
You attacked Metiochos. I found the snakes.
Ah, poor Actis.
We all knew the risks.
Why kill Metiochos with snakes?
We're prisoners in our own city. Because of Pericles and his crooked friends. The snake dealer told us it's...
You can't take the law into your own hands.
Cleon says it's time we took the city back from the elite. Time to fight.
I know someone gave you those snakes. They used you to do their dirty work.
He's a real hero of Athens. No puppet of Pericles is going to stop him.
Don't be someone's puppet. Tell me...
All right, all right. He's got a camp just outside the walls. Sells his snakes from there.
It's not too late to make a difference.
Maybe you're right. You didn't have to show us mercy.
Start here. This district is your home.
Thank you. We will try.
I need to rid Athens of this snake seller.
Thank you for helping us see the truth.
Be extra careful in this area.
I'll end you, Misthios. You'll feel the sting of my venom. Found her! You can't stop me!
Pericles safe.
Away we go!
Looks like your situation.
The danger has passed for now. But what?
A group of fishermen tied you up. They were being used by a...
What did you do with them?
I showed them the error of their ways.
I'm glad no blood was shed.
I made it very clear that...
Well, that must have been a terrifying experience.
Thank you for your help, my friend.
You must be the one Pericles sent.
I am. He said there was an ostracism vote.
Of course he didn't. That's what I'm for.
If someone is exiled, can they return?
If they do, they'll be punished.
What does someone have to do to be ostracized?
Anyone seen as a threat to the city or the people is enough. And then it is up to the...
What's my role in this?
The votes have already been cast. We don't have long before they're counted. Take the Ostraka in this bag and exchange them with the ones currently under guard.
You want me to rig the ostracism?
Pericles does. And he has his reasons, I'm sure.
No one will see me go in or out. Stay here. Better stay hidden. Gods from all over the Greek world. You wouldn't think the city was besieged by an army of Spartans. I should let Pericles' contact know. It's done.
You work quickly.
What are you going to do with them?
Dump them in a well.
The votes have been tallied. Overwhelmingly, the people have decided...
Be slow to fall into friendship, but once you do, continue firm and constant. It will be more difficult for me now that Anaxagoras must leave Athens.
Would Pericles normally defend someone?
A good friend? Of course. Yet, Anaxagoras seems pleased with her.
You said you were close.
He was like a mentor to me. Many of my best thoughts...
Who are you?
Ask anyone and they'll tell you Socrates. But a name gives you nothing. Our actions determine...
My name is Cassandra.
And still, I don't feel I know you.
You want to know me?
Knowledge is the one good in this world.
Of course. Knowledge drives everything I do.
Then we are the same in that way.
Knowledge of when to attack, what weapon to use, or when to use reason instead of violence.
We seem to put our love of knowledge into practice.
I use it how I need to.
You are clearly someone who would do whatever you feel is necessary.
That describes a lot of people.
I suppose I'm curious why you did it. How could I not be when you're the reason my friend is being forced to leave the only home he's ever known?
I did what I was asked to do.
And your needs are greater than those of the man you helped ostracize. Still, you raise a fine point.
I'm not responsible for his actions. I have one thing to think about, my own.
Then I hope you also think about today.
Socrates, there you are.
Here I am.
You're late. They're all waiting for you.
I wish to see Anaxagoras. Well, it seemed our conversation is...
I wouldn't know. That's everything Pericles wanted. Time to return to him and find out what these Athenians know about my mother. I should try to stay out of sight.
We'll be watching you, Miss Dios.
Cassandra, it's you!
Phoebe!
You promised we'd see each other again, and now we have.
I also said, stay out of trouble.
Which I have. Okay, almost out of trouble.
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe...
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all...
So you somehow work here? For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but...
And my weapons?
Don't worry. I'll take care of them.
Well... How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well, I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky. I think I'm ready to go in.
You can't. Not like that, anyway.
I'll get changed. Promise you'll take care of my things?
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
I feel uncomfortable in this.
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry. You've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye. You just got here. You can't leave already.
Here, Cassandra. The mighty mercenary and...
Herodotus! Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people...
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the... They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues. Ah, Sophocles and Euripides, for example.
two of the most celebrated playwrights to date.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
I've heard of Sophocles. In my line of work, it pays to know who the richest and most famous men are.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies. You should drink more. Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is...
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties.
Vile Socrates! Always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
Let's not use Alcibiades as an... So, tell me, what does a Misthios like you think of a party like this?
This party could be fun. Alcibiades drinks like a Spartan.
If I could suggest anything, please don't start a fight.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere, and I need...
You're leaving me alone with these people?
Ha! You'll do fine without me, I promise. Just...
Of course, I only use the terms war, or god, or civil.
I haven't seen you around before, citizen. Perhaps you'd like to spare me.
Sure, we can talk. What about?
Before Protagoras changed the subject,
I saw Cleon speaking at the Pnyx.
So, you have a taste for politics.
I take it you and Pericles aren't friends.
Hardly. Hermippos led the Tsars to have Aspasia ostracized.
Yet, Pericles is the past. He's more worried about losing a few precious statues than he...
I'm looking for clues to help me find a woman. She was Spartan.
Looking and finding are quite different things, wouldn't you say?
Oh, forget it. If you're an ally of Cleon, why would Pericles invite you?
You're not from Athens, outsider.
Why isn't Aspasia here?
Can you be certain she isn't? To observe her presence is...
In my opinion, it's just like her to cower.
This has been useless. Here.
You're back.
This has been...
Yes, you come and talk to this infuriating air-blooded. I've had my fill.
Perhaps later. First, explain to me your point again. And so it isn't the rich and powerful, but the gods who are the source of justice?
What? No! Have you been listening to nothing I say?
Ah, the Misthios from the ostracism. Let's talk later.
Thank you for your help, my friend.
Ha! Ha!
Someone's being hurt. Open this door or I'll kick it in!
Don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you. Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to
join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door wide open for you.
I thought this party was tame, even by Athenians.
Let them have their meeting of the minds. I'm more interested in meeting...
Ali, we're out of oil again.
Ali?
You know they like you when they give you a pet name. There's more olive oil in the kitchen, but as...
You mean naked?
It sounds so good when you say it.
I only came to this symposium to find someone.
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it? You fetch us a bit of oil.
She's not in there.
I think I'll check all the same.
After your display earlier...
Obedient, too. I knew I liked you. Don't take too long. If you don't get the oil soon, all our fun will be...
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my...
Spare me. I'm only looking for clues to help me.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
So we get him drunk and he talks.
Impressive, foreigner. Euripides is...
All right. If nothing else, this...
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I'm the greatest dramatist in the land.
I'm sure it's a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen. You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood.
I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their...
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished...
I'm here for your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very...
Just can't stay away, can you? Did you bring the oil?
You've grown up in Pericles' home, and yet you're so...
No one is like Pericles. And he's only slightly more serious than you, which is why tonight is a fine time to...
When you walked in, you seemed like you and Socrates were...
How I wish you were right.
I come bearing gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say? Care to join us?
Time for some fun. You'll have to help me strip off these uncomfortable Athenian robes.
Gladly. If you like, we can feed them to the goat.
There's another goat?
Ooh.
Now, it's time for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be the smartest and most resourceful woman I've ever...
The Etera? I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth.
Oh, no. These women are unlike any other you'll meet.
Ali! Come back inside!
Ooh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anthusa. No one goes in...
Anthusa in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
How's Euripides?
I'll get the one.
Wonderful.
It wouldn't be...
A new face in Pericles' abode! Ha! That in itself is a remarkable thing.
I am called many things.
What do you call yourself, then?
Cassandra.
I wouldn't peg you as a Cassandra. But oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a playwright, you're...
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say.
When I need to relax, I start a fight. For you, though...
Quickly! Bring him some wine so that he might say something.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head.
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it was here.
You and Aristophanes could both...
A competition?
Ah, wonderful idea. Euripides seems quiet, but he...
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be opposed to showing this young...
Why don't you just apologize to Sophocles?
It's he who should apologize to you.
Sophocles is a friend, and one good...
Pericles has invited all of you here for some reason.
Either we dine here and praise Pericles, or we dine with Cleon.
Let's conjure Dionysos, shall we?
This is pure swill.
Amateur. In my day, this would be considered...
Ready for more?
Yeah, I can hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand.
You ready for another?
This wine is terrible.
You, I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Euripides.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg...
After what she went through, I'm not sure she'd trust priests.
Oh, then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician. Best of...
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it. Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
How's Euripides?
You can stop hiding in here. Euripides won't notice you coming out.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. If you see Pericles, tell him I said thank you for an...
If it isn't the one who agrees, acknowledges...
I think we agreed. Our use of that...
you remember.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid...
You have been arguing a single point all night and no one...
We're discussing the nature of rulers. Where better to do so than here? I'll ask you the same question I...
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That...
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient, and not the physician. Carpentry improves a building. not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling...
Don't be absurd!
I've seen enough of the world to know that there are no just rulers.
Is a Spartan general who brings order to his troops, thereby...
Ruling a city and fighting in battle are different things.
By practicing the art of war, doesn't the general
You just said a general isn't self-serving when he brings order to his troops. Then you said he is self-serving.
I never tried to say anything.
But you just said those things.
I said the words, but I didn't say anything at...
You're wasting your time. Aspasia.
I couldn't help but notice your talent for debate. Well done. Socrates is an interesting character. Ah, Phoebe. Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he?
I can go get him, and Cassandra can help.
That'll be fine. Run along. Cassandra will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I did what I had to, and I'd do it again. We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that. These may be the nicest clothes I've ever worn, but I feel you never really get used to them. It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye. I'm searching for a woman who fled Sparta with her What clues do you have to her whereabouts? A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos. He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do... Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth. I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth. That's all I have. There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done, or some... What's his name? Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Thank you, Aspasia. When you're done, return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here and greet his guests. I'll help you however I can during the travels.
Cassandra!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my part.
Phoebe did nothing wrong. Aspasia asked...
Of course she did. I can't say I'm thrilled about going down and... Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her.
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
Phidias was awaiting trial, but you had me get him out of Athens.
Phidias is a very dear friend. I didn't want to risk him being found guilty.
So you knew?
I know he's delusional, but... one day, when you have a friend you'd do anything for, you'll understand.
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized.
I won't risk the lives of those close to me if there's something I can do.
So you did this to protect him?
Anaxagoras understood my feet.
Why send Metiochos to the fishing district if...
I would never have sent him into danger willingly.
It seems you have many loyal friends.
My people are important to me.
Your life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me. I have my life threatened by far worse people every day.
Spartans outside the walls, people crammed inside.
Even so, there isn't another city I'd rather live in.
I can't say I know how that feels.
When you find your place, you'll know it.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends.
Time will tell.
I'll help you however I can during your travels.
You look tired.
Only of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
See? You didn't need the weapon after all. Are you leaving?
I've had enough Athenian hospitality to last me a lifetime.
You get used to it. It's nice. What are you going to do now?
There is a physician in Argolis.
You're sick? You've never been sick.
No, I'm fine. I just need to talk to him.
Okay, good. It would be weird if you were sick.
Before you go, I heard something from Aspasia.
What is it?
She said there was some sort of plague.
Don't think like that. Whatever happened on Kefalonia isn't our fault.
Okay, thanks. I knew I could count on you.
Not going to beg to come along this time?
Nope. I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia.
That's very true.
Plus, I really like working for Aspasia.
I'll see you soon, Phoebe.
Bye, Cassandra!
Go! And don't look back!